Welcome to the Girl Gang. I'm Katrina Gardner of Katrina and Create.
And I'm Dominique Goyette-Connerty of Evergreen Marketing. On this show, we're going to chat with women business owners and organizational leaders in Massachusetts.
Because girls don't just want to have fun. They also want to sell real estate.
They want to open a brewery.
They want to teach others to invest in the stock market.
They want to take stunning photos, plan lavish parties, and help people recover from injuries. Girls just want a podcast. What can we say?
We're girls.
Welcome to Girls Just Wanna.
Welcome.
Katrina, it's been a week.
Yeah. What's going on? What's
So
new?
I came in this morning.
She dropped a bomb.
I opened the door. I go, Katrina May Gardner, I have a bone to pick with you. And then I was like, just kidding. Don't stress the baby out. I'm just being dramatic.
I was a little scared.
I'm just being dramatic. Yeah, you never want Dominique to fight you because
she might punch you.
Because I do have a kickboxing background, except the news of the day is kickboxing has closed down, you guys.
That is
crazy. I can't even.
Wait.
We can't even talk too much about it because I will cry.
Kickboxing has closed down. You mean your location where your life revolves around?
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay.
I work there 3 nights a week. Well, 2 nights a week, one morning. So I work 3 shifts a week.
You work out there.
I work out there 5 times a week.
Yep.
I also did all their marketing through my business. I did,
Yeah.
well, not all their marketing. I did their organic social media marketing, Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
But 5 posts a week, every week, analytics reports, all of it. And so, no, we did not know this was coming.
I was going to say, so you were given plenty of notice.
No notice. We got a Facebook post saying on Sunday night over the long weekend, we're closed, effective immediately.
It could have been worse. Don't people sometimes show up to work and there's just a sign on the door?
I'm surprised that didn't happen. I'm telling you, I worked Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Taught the classes.
Everything was fine.
Cleaned the studio. Everything was normal. I mean, obviously we didn't know what was happening behind the scenes, but I taught the classes. We clean the studio. We leave. Saturday night, Kat, our manager, gives us a call, which you never want to hear from the manager over the weekend.
On a Saturday night.
Yeah, she texted us and she goes, each of us individually, and she goes, hey, I know it's Saturday and you're not working. I need to talk with you. It's nothing, it's not about you, but it is urgent and I do need to have a call with you either tonight or tomorrow morning. So naturally, call her right away. I'm grocery shopping. I'm out grocery shopping. It's 8 o'clock on a Saturday night. And she tells me that the owner has decided to close down effective immediately. He's not giving anyone any notice. He isn't going to tell his staff in advance. He's just going to put it up on Facebook so that staff and members of the gym all find out at the same time. Not classy.
If I was Kat, I would be throwing up.
Yeah. No, she pretty much was. She was even though she knew the day before that it was coming, she was I can't. He's just going to put it on Facebook. I can't let my staff, she's the manager, so she doesn't have any say in the decisions of what the owner does. But she was I can't let them find out like that.
Yeah.
So she took it upon herself to call us to give us at least, 12, 15, 18, whatever it was. Because then he announced it the next afternoon on Facebook. She was I need them to know that they're out of a job.
Yeah.
Before they find out on freaking Facebook.
And for you, you're out of multiple jobs.
Yeah. Multiple income streams, but
it's fine.
Ridiculous.
That is insane.
And the worst part, the most ironic part of it all is this gym promised to be a stress relief outlet. And all it has brought me this week is stress. And now I don't have a bag to punch.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start punching people. It's going to happen.
The reason why you started kickboxing
was to take out my frustrations. And now kickboxing, ironically enough, has become my frustration.
Yeah. So you also told me that you
really bad,
pivoted to my version of kickboxing.
I did. Yeah, I did. So I was spiraling, let's just say the least, for a few days.
Yeah.
My life has been in a tailspin. And after day 3, I was all right, so I need to go hit things. I need to go work out somewhere. So I have been trying 9 Round in Millbury because they're doing like free classes. There's another studio that's, you know, taking in some of our members in Holden. And so I'm going to try a couple different places, but you know, it do be crazy out here.
How do you like the workout? Is it different?
It's definitely different. I mean,
but you still get to punch things.
I do. That's the thing is now I'm like, I did before I moved to Worcester, before whatever. So years ago, near my hometown, I was going to this, you know, local privately owned gym called Global Fitness in Fitchburg and Leominster. And they have group, I've always liked group fitness classes.
Yeah.
They have group fitness classes. They have group fight, but that's like, it's different. It's cardio kickboxing. So you don't have gloves. You don't have a bag. You're just kind of shadow boxing the air, shadow kicking the air. And so that, like, I loved it when I was doing it, but then I moved here and eventually started going to this gym and I was like, oh,
this is better.
This is the real, I mean, more real than that. Like, so yeah, they have group classes. So I was like doing that before. And, but then, you know, I've been at kickboxing gym for almost 3.5 years now. Yeah. So like to go back to something else that's not kickboxing feels really weird. Yeah. So 9 Round I feel like is a good alternative. This studio in Holden is a good alternative. They're a little bit more, I guess like legit. They're a little, they're more MMA than I Love Kickboxing was. I Love Kickboxing is fitness kickboxing. So yes, you have gloves, you have a bag, but it's mostly about like, it's not as much about like, you know, combat style technique as it is, I'm just here trying to get a good workout in and it also feels good to punch things. So this other studio in Holden, they're more MMA. They have like a variety of classes. They have Krav Maga. I think they might do some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, BJJ stuff. They do self-defense. We had her on the podcast, Tanya.
Okay,
And she's great. I love her. So I'm definitely going to go check out some of her workouts. You know, now that I have nowhere else to go, but yeah.
So that's the update.
That's the update, you guys. It's like being homeless, but it's not. It's gymless, which feels just as grave, just as significant at this point in my life.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the update. And if you see me in these streets, you better watch out. You better not piss me off because
don't get on her bad side. She has thrown punches at people
before. I've pent up anger. I'm not gonna like street fight someone, but then again, maybe I will. We never know. We never know. So yeah.
Woo. Okay.
Catch me on the gym circuits. Peace.
Well, let's talk to our guest.
Let's try not to punch her. No, I'm kidding. I would never do that.
Hey ladies, are you looking to grow your own local girl gang?
The Young Professional Women's Association has been named Worcester Region's Best Young Professionals Network for 7 years now.
YPWA offers countless social and professional opportunities to engage and empower local ladies like you and me.
Right now, Girls Just Wanna listeners can get discounted access to YPWA's annual membership.
Go to ypwaworcester.com and enter code podcast2025 at checkout to receive $20 off their annual membership. Again, that promo code is podcast2025. We hope to see you soon at YPWA events.
Welcome to Girls Just Wanna, Nichole Nduati from Teajani. Yes. We did a rehearsal. We did a practice before we got rolling so I could work on my pronunciation. I probably still butchered it, but here we are.
You did pretty good, actually.
Thank you so much for being here. Get us started by telling us what Teajani is and who you are, really.
Well,
how much time do we have?
I know, how much time do we have? So I live a very busy life, that's why. So lots of things that define who I am. But Teajani is really, it started as just kind of like our fun tea company during COVID. I came out of my career to kind of start it. So it was kind of, let's see what we can do with this. Now we've kind of more narrowed it down. So it's a lifestyle tea brand. we have kind of molded it to be a little bit of an extension of ourselves. We express ourselves with health and wellness, first of all, and then also empowerment. So our new packaging, we have like little scriptures on it. It's just an extension of us and our family.
Mm-hmm. And what were you doing before you launched this business? You were in the healthcare or mental health?
So yes. So behavioral health and human services.
Okay.
So I spent about 21 years in that.
Wow.
And then the fourth baby and COVID combined kind of.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
Yeah. Well, and we've talked to so many small business owners on this show who similarly started something in COVID.
Yeah.
And then they were like, you know what? Let's just go for it. Let's just try to do this full time, make it my gig from now on. So you're definitely not alone there. But what sparked that like inspiration to start that business? Have you always been a tea drinker? Did you think you were ever going to get into entrepreneurship?
So my husband and I have always kind of dabbled in entrepreneurship. Okay. So we knew we wanted to do business. Mm-hmm. So even now we still have, I swear, everybody who puts the entrepreneurship hat on is always got their foot in multiple things. So we always knew that we wanted to do business. We'd never really landed on anything, but we have always been tea drinkers. He's from Kenya, and I'm not sure you know, but Kenya is like the #2 exporter of tea.
Oh, wow.
At least last year. Usually they battle India back and forth, which is the second spot. But
yeah. We're coming for you, India.
Well, India is bigger, so they usually come in second. But last year they had trouble, so we'll take it. Yeah. But my husband being Kenyan, he's always been raised around tea. My family has an English-Irish background, so we kind of always done tea. But what we didn't realize once we started getting into tea is like the #1 consumed beverage outside of water.
Really? That actually surprises me.
Take that, coffee drinkers.
I was gonna say I was nervous to admit this to you, but I'm not much of a tea drinker.
Yeah.
I do like the occasional, like I like a spiced chai, a couple of those things, but I really love my coffee. And so is that like international? Do you know if that's
that's globally?
Globally, yeah. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So. I guess that makes sense. I think maybe here in the States, it's just like more coffee people. I think we're wired to like just hyper caffeinate ourselves and overproduce.
Probably. There is, although like I have seen, there's like, I mean, having a tea company, you get into some interesting personalities.
Sure.
Definitely we have like the occasional coffee drinker who will come to our table at the farmer's market and be like, I don't really drink tea. And I'm like, well, I can't really help you.
I can't make you a tea drinker.
But I mean, I've definitely experimented with some things. So one of the blends it's not even a blend, but we used to offer it when we first kind of started with our loose leaf it's called cascara. Mm-hmm. So cascara is they take the husk from the coffee berry and they dry it. So like you have the coffee berry inside, it's like a little pod, and then you open that up and then there's the bean that you dry out and you enjoy, you know. But the husk, they dry it and it almost tastes like, I always describe to people, I'm like, it's like coffee and tea had a baby. And I'm like, you steep it just like tea, but it has like kind of the undertones of coffee. So it's really interesting. So
I love
that's how I kind of win people over.
These like loose leaf teas, it's always like witchcraft to me. Like you know, you're just like putting all your little pieces.
So your little. Well, so tell us about that. So how did you learn? So you're making like blends yourselves? Yes. How are you? I don't even know what would go into making tea, quite frankly. So like, how did you learn how to do this?
Yeah.
I was trying to think about that. I'm like, when really, like, did I learn? I guess like the first time, I mean, we always did like the traditional like tea, you know, the Lipton tea bag, right? Which now that I'm in tea, it's like a nightmare. I'm like, don't drink that.
Yeah.
Please don't. Sorry, Lipton.
Just slandering Lipton tea
sorry,
on this podcast.
Lipton.
Well, it's fine.
No, so when we were, and I can tell you the story after, but to answer your question, my husband's always done loose leaf. Like that's just how Kenya is. Like they don't really do a lot of tea bags. It's becoming more common.
Okay.
But I had always done it. So the first time I did loose leaf, it was actually like a rooibos, I think that's how I'm saying it. and didn't have any idea what I was doing. But I had gone on vacation, went to Atlantic Spice Company. I said, I'm going to give this a whirl. And that's what I did. I did what is I encounter a lot now is people just pouring the tea over the steeper. Don't do that. Okay. Put it in the pot and then boil it. But a lot of people are going to hate that, but that's how you do it.
It's fine. She's here to set the record straight.
Yes.
She's the tea expert, you guys. Listen to her.
I'm the
I know.
tea lady. Everywhere I go, they're like,
I also-
Teajani. I'm like, I don't even have a name anymore. It's
Yeah.
just Teajani.
I'm also curious about is putting the water in the microwave truly a no-no? Like England is trying to tell me that it is.
So yes, like all right.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm failing as a tea drinker.
No, you're good. I actually so I also I'm like, listen, I have 5 kids. I'm like, I need to like get this going. So, but I also don't want to sacrifice because like I said, we went to Kenya. I like learned all about like how tea is processed and from the actual farm all the way to the factory, how it's packaged. I have a very hard time now drinking like a commercial tea bag tea. Super fragrant, but it's literally the dust on the bells. It is not anything. You are getting the lowest grade of tea. Unless you're getting like, I mean, Teavana is pretty good. Like they have like actual herbs and stuff in it. But yeah, so I invested in just like the hot pot, like you sit and so, and then I have reusable tea bags. This is actually what I win a lot of new tea drinkers over. I'm like, it is super simple. I even sell the little scoops. I'm like, you scoop one in, tie the tea bag, it's reusable, throw it in your cup. It takes less than 5 minutes to heat the water, let it sit for like 5 minutes. There you go, you have your cup of tea. You know, so it's healthier than the microwave, which is going to kill everything that is so lovely about tea. So yeah, so we started, we've always kind of drank tea. I don't do any like over-the-counter type meds like cough medicine or anything like that for my kids. So anytime somebody gets sick, we do a tea. We did a lot of lemon ginger tea during COVID. And ironically, that was our first
That's actually
bottle
really
tea.
Smart because kids hate medicine. So
I was a kid that hated medicine, hated it. Like I was like the kid, my mom would like force the cough medicine in, and I was like, oh, it's so gross. I just couldn't force my kids to do that. So that's kind of like our background. The first tea that we actually started to like really, I had to do some research to kind of make was the chai latte, which we do not have anymore. But it was an instant chai latte mix. It was decaf. It was vegan. And that's because I had my 4th baby. She was super sensitive to caffeine. I didn't know it at the time, but I was developing a dairy like issue. And so she was also super sensitive to it because I was nursing. It just was just wreaking havoc anytime I went to go get a chai latte. So I said, all right, I'm going to come up with something that I can drink. I went and I tried a bunch of them, and you can't find a decaf one. And if you can find a decaf one, it's got milk in it or it's got some kind of additive and it's just terrible for you. So I said, I'm going to make one. I'm going to find the stuff and I'm just going to make one. And I did. And I did a lot of experimenting and a lot of taste tests. And my kids were very patient with me. And they were like, this one tastes gross, Mom. This one, this one's good. And ultimately we came up with one and it was really good. And we haven't had it for 2 years because our the instant tea is no longer available. So that's why we can't offer it. I do offer like around Christmas time, I offer like a variation. So it's instant, just doesn't have the tea leaves in it. So you still get the latte and the flavor. But I still have people who come and ask me for it. They just love it so much. So
that's probably how they got to know you in the business in the beginning.
In the beginning, that was a big one for us. Especially when we first started, we went right in, we're going to get our wholesale, we're going to do da-da-da-da-da, and we did all kinds of stuff. And we've changed so much since then.
So tell us about that. So what are your primary offerings now? Like what are the most popular teas that you carry? How's business been going? Give us the rundown on the last, 4 or 5 years, whatever's been going on.
So we had a 5th baby in the middle of our rise to fame, I call it. So that put a damper on things. I think I did like something.
If the
pregnant.
5th kid is watching, it didn't put a damper. It was just,
on the business.
Just a little road
I blame him. I'm like, look. But I was super productive while I was pregnant. I did like 90 markets It was
Wow.
insane that summer. People, I think I made a lot of people nervous. They were relieved when I stopped. Took some time off, adapted, jumped right back in, brought them to markets. Things started to slow down. Our administration, people weren't doing so many markets anymore. We were trying to focus on wholesale. It's hard to tote a baby around when they're not in your belly.
Right.
It's harder. So it got to be a little too much. And so I said, all right, let's focus on the wholesale. Because like when we first started our business, first year, we got our wholesale right out the gate. We did really well. We did all kinds of classes. We did E4All. We did a bunch of stuff. But once we got it, we didn't really know what to do with it. So it took us it was a huge learning curve trying to figure that out. We had a few small wholesale accounts, but wasn't really bringing in much revenue. So we said, all right, maybe we need to pivot. Our offering was very different. We did a lot of bottled teas as well. Okay. And then to supplement, we bring in the loose leaf.
Yeah.
Initially, we weren't doing loose leaf.
Okay.
So we did bottled tea flavors. We started with the lemon ginger because that was like our near and dear. That's what we were like, oh, this is the one that we know. And then we did a bunch of flavor tests. We went and tried all kinds of teas. Said, all right, let's try and find like the perfect iced tea flavors. Took a lot of requests. Then we came out with the orange turmeric.
Okay.
So really good tea. People love it. Great health benefits, all the stuff. A few more came out, and then so that was our bottled tea era, so to speak. Over the last year and a half or so, it's just been increasingly difficult. We've battled with the bottles and the packaging and trying to get the right bottles because we have to hot fill, and there's a whole science process that we had to learn. And it just wasn't pulling in what we wanted. So we had brought in the loose leaf to kind of supplement during the markets. That was doing okay, and it was keeping up. So we said, all right, we're going to just kind of narrow in on the loose leaf. So the last year, that's what we've kind of done. We did a little mini rebrand, did some packaging difference, focused on like, is it that we really wanted, because our product offering was so big that we were like, all right, let's narrow down to like what we want. So we narrowed it down. We have about 10 signature flavors, and then we have 2 seasonal that we change every season.
Okay.
And then I'll do customs. We still do the bottled teas, but mostly per request, or we do like catering events. So we had somebody we met at African Fest. We did hot teas actually for the wedding that she was doing. I've done it for our church, like women's breakfasts and things like that. So,
yeah.
Nice.
So that's where we're at.
Yeah.
So mostly focusing on online. The big dream for me, I think, would be eventually maybe a tea house.
Yeah.
Have something like physical where people can come, try the teas, smell the teas. I think people really enjoy that. And then mostly push the online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mentioning online, I was on your website, of course, before we booked you for the show, and I had seen, part of your branding now is like, okay, Teajani is more than just a tea company.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? What does tea mean to you and your family? And, why is it more than just tea for you?
So I think looking back and doing like some reflective thinking, like where it's always kind of stood, it's like very pivotal. So like some of my first memories of having tea have been like really like so deep and like really such a good, like I'm a deep kind of person anyways. I feel like that's just a cultural thing. I'm like, you have this deep meaning.
Yeah.
And then just from my husband and his perspective, it's also just been like, when we go to Kenya, like you have tea at everybody's house. Like you can't refuse it. You're just going to do it. Like this is what it is. And so I think for us, like it just brings a lot of memories for us, that collaboration and family time and things like that. When we say that it's like more than a tea, like we use our teas very intentionally. So, at home we don't sell everything that we make, but we do a lot with tea. So like I was saying, like anytime the kids are sick, they have a tea. Anytime I have teenagers, menstrual cramps, we have a tea. So there's just so much that you can do with it. And I think that for me, also like from a business perspective, also when we went to Kenya, we partnered with a farmer who does tea, and just seeing, it come from the farm and how much like our purchase makes a huge difference for him.
Yeah.
This is a guy, he's 82 years old, and he's been doing tea farming for ages and trying to get it to the States and trying to do it specifically. I don't know if we talk about it so much on the website, but we do talk about it with a lot of our customers, is purple tea. So purple tea is the cousin of green tea. That's what I call it.
Okay.
So black and green tea come from the same plant.
Okay.
There's no flowers. It's a very green plant, and you get the different kinds of teas because how it's processed.
Okay.
Purple tea is a little bit different. Leaves are purple. It's very bee friendly. You have flowers on it, so it's like very florally. It's lighter. Ton of benefits.
Yeah.
So high in antioxidants, low in caffeine, and he's been preaching this, and he swears by it. He's like, I got rid of my high blood pressure. My brother lived a long time. He had cancer, and and he cures. I swear it's curing. And So and we do. So I have a couple folks who that are herbalists that are in the area that I've run into that buy it from us, and yeah. So that's like, it just impacts differently for him.
Yeah.
Like, the farm and how economically it makes a huge difference for him and his family and the people that work for him.
And do you still get a lot of product from him?
We get almost all of our
almost all of it. Yeah. Wow.
So all of our tea leaves come from his farm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, tell people where they can find you online, or if you're going to be at markets, or if you're selling currently in any stores, where they can get the product. I know you're mostly online.
Yeah, we're mostly online. So we're using the Worcester Food Hub. So they moved, so we've kind of disconnected. We got to get reconnected with them. But yeah, so we do a ton of farmers markets. This year we did Framingham, Ashland, Hopkinton, and Grafton.
Wow.
Every year looks a little different for us about which markets we're going to do, but we definitely are doing the Fairmont and the Wayland Farmers Market this winter, so hopefully we're looking forward to that. Different for us because we've never done winter markets. We'll be in Ashland tomorrow. It's the last day, and then they have their Thanksgiving market on November 22nd, and that's where we'll be.
Perfect. And online, is it
Teajani.com.
Teajani.com. Perfect. How do we end every episode?
So we always love to end our episodes with giving you the opportunity to shout out another woman-owned business or woman supporting women in business, because that's what the show is all about, is supporting the ladies.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone in mind?
I thought about this. I was actually thinking about it, and I was like, I know so many women business owners, and I said, I'm just going to shout out my daughter, because my daughter is starting she's been dabbling. She does, I don't know if you've ever seen them. They're like the LPS, Littlest Pet Shops. She does customs.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So
That's so cute.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I keep seeing those, and I'm like, I want to buy one for my son.
Wait, how old is your daughter?
So my daughter's 18, and she's a published author. Bragging moment, proud mama. Yep, she's at
Get
Clark
her
right
on
now.
the show.
What is
She's
happening?
amazing. So, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna just shout out to her, because I was like, I feel like she has her first show in New York, actually, in August. So super psyched about it. She's super nervous, and she'd probably kill me. She's gonna kill me.
What's her name?
Haley Alexander. And
Okay,
the name of
Haley
her
Alexander.
business is The Bee's Knees.
The Bee's Knees. Cute.
So cool.
Oh my God, you've passed your entrepreneurial spirit on.
Oh yeah. No, my two daughters. My son is like, what business can I do?
Yeah. Stop taking all the ideas. What's left for me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations to her. Pass on our kudos.
I will. Thank
Love
you.
that. Thank you so much, Nichole, for coming on the show. This has been
Thanks for
great.
having me.
Yeah, thank you.
Want to show your love for all the local ladies in business? Girls Just Want a Podcast merch is now available on Etsy.
From stickers to mugs and hats to tumblers, you can rep your favorite gal gang wherever you go.
Your purchase helps us continue to rent studio space, upgrade our recording equipment, and pay for editing software.
Find Girls Just Want a merch on Katrina and Create's Etsy shop. Link is in the show notes.
Heart it or hate it, ice water.
Heart it.
Okay,
Big
so
fan.
me too, heart it. But do you know you've met these people out in the wild who are like, no ice in my water. I want room temp water. You've met these people, right? You don't know these people exist? Some people are pro room temperature water.
I think I have heard of that, actually.
Couldn't be me, sis.
No. Ice water is the entire reason why I started drinking water this year. It was like, I didn't know that ice existed.
I'm new to water. Oh my god.
And I got myself my fake Stanley. It's not a Stanley. I don't know. It's not a name brand at all. It's from Target. But it keeps that water ice cold all day, all night. And I'm like, game changer.
I've been, as I mentioned before, I've been going a little mental this week. So in the midst of my spiral, I've been forgetting to drink water. And then it's 11 o'clock at night and I'm like, why am I so thirsty? And I chug ice water. And I'm like, yes, this is just
So
what
good.
I needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. It hits so good when you're really dehydrated.
Yeah. Big fan.
Yeah, I could never just drink some room temp water.
All right, my next one. Heart it or hate it, Taylor Swift.
Well, heart it, duh.
Heart it.
But
I put this on here
all
because
these haters.
people be hating.
Listen. She's a celebrity. Okay? She's a billionaire.
Yeah.
She's gonna get some hate.
Well,
I would say that some of it is just unfounded. Some people are just haters. Like, that's what you're gonna find on the internet is trolls. Some of it is probably valid. Some of the hate that she gets is probably like, hey, that's the cost of fame. Like, you know, maybe don't use your private jet to contribute to global warming. But like, also, so many other celebrities and billionaires do that too. So do we need to attack Taylor Swift more than we attack other people? Or like, you know, there are some lyrics in her recent album that I'm like not the biggest fan of because I do feel like now's not the time to be pushing a trad wife agenda, Taylor Swift. But like, also, am I reading into it because I'm sensitive to the issue?
I think she's just a girl.
I think she's literally just a girl. She's a billionaire. She's not like us.
But
whatever.
yeah, I think it's fine to not like her music, to not like her, but the way that people are going crazy online, it's like, you need to chill.
I mean, some of it is definitely pick me. Like, it's like, I'm not like other girls. I don't like Taylor Swift. It's like, okay, and
like, what kind of man are you gonna find with that attitude? Not one that I want.
Yeah,
So.
it's some people just. Also, I think too, and this is not just about Taylor Swift or even just about celebrities, just about anything. People feel like they have to, you know, jump in on it or project it online, and it's like, respectfully, we're all just.
I think we're all too chronically online now.
Yeah, there's just billions of people on this earth, and I don't want to be a jerk and say like you're not special, but like at the end of the day, none of us are special. Like we're just here living. No one cares what Dominique Connerty thinks of Taylor Swift.
Right.
Like, it just doesn't matter.
Right.
I'm so sorry.
So anyway, we heart Taylor Swift.
I do love it.
Okay, what's the next part of it?
I don't even remember. Oh, Instagram notes. So, you know,
on the profile picture,
yes, the little bubble where you can add a note. Like, I'll go on the Girls Just Want a Podcast one now, and I'll do a little note thing that says like recording day.
Yeah, the ones that you do for Girls Just Want a Podcast are topical and they make sense and they're cute.
Yeah, why? You think other people do random ones?
I think a lot of people do random ones. I'm gonna say hate it because I've never actually done it, and
I don't do them on my personal.
Yeah,
but I do them on the podcast one. I've done them on like small business accounts.
Yeah,
like clients. You know,
I was updating my photography Instagram this week, and I was like, should I do note? But then it's like I'm overthinking it. I'm like, what do I want it to say? It has to be so short. Like, well, and then I was just like, forget it. Like, I can't think about it.
So it's those little like note things that appear on the profile picture for people who don't know what we're talking about, and it's kind of like a story in that it expires in 24 hours. So I'll like every Wednesday I go on the podcast one and I write
recording.
I write like, you know, episode 71 live now. Just in case people see our profile, they're like, oh, they get a little reminder that like a new episode is out.
I think that's handy.
But yeah, I mean, it's weird. It's kind of like, it feels almost like what Facebook statuses were when they first came out.
Thinking
where
that.
some people will just write like just like random stuff, like what they're up to, which is fine, I guess, if it's like your inner friends or your inner friend circles, like seeing.
Watch mine. I'll be like, going into labor.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what they.
Baby's here.
That's what they intended with Instagram notes when they launched it. They were like, someone's going to use this to announce their labor.
I was thinking that because I'm like, I never have anything going on in my life. Like, that's at the ultrasound. That's all I've got going on.
All right, last one.
Okay, last one. Heart it or hate it. Gum.
Gum?
Chewing gum.
Yeah, I heard it. I do.
I'm
Wait, did we say that we were hearted or hated on Instagram notes?
I said hate it. I don't think you answered.
I didn't answer.
I'm
You're
assuming.
right. I guess I'll go hearted.
Yeah.
Because like I use them for clients, but I don't use them in personal reasons. Okay, sorry for that little.
I was just gonna throw a heart above your head.
Okay. Yeah, in the editing process, she was just gonna say that was hard. She never got
it.
She never got my clear answer. Okay, sorry. Chewing gum. Yeah, I heart it.
I'm gonna say hate it because I like mints instead. As I was driving here, putting my mint in my mouth, I was like,
mints. It makes my teeth feel weird. Like I feel like it like sticks to my teeth.
I don't
Like a lifesaver.
I like gum for that first like 5 seconds, and then I get really annoyed once it's lost all of its flavor, and I'm still just like, what am I supposed to do with this gum?
Yeah.
And I used to swallow it all the time.
That's bad.
And I don't do that anymore, but I'm always just like, God damn it.
So I have fallen asleep with gum in my mouth before.
Nice.
I wake up and it's still in my mouth. I'm like, wow.
That's like sometimes a happy surprise though. You're like, ooh, minty fresh.
I'm like, good thing I didn't choke on this. Sleeping. What a way to go.
That reminds
Fell asleep with gum in her mouth, dead at age 27.
My sister used to fall asleep with her teeth whitening strips in her mouth, like purposefully, because she wanted her teeth white faster.
Oh my
And she'd
God.
wake up and they'd be like further back in her
Yeah,
mouth, or
like
like
they'd slide right off for sure. Oh my God, that's awful.
anyway. Well,